This fight took place on June 20th, 1980 at the Olympic Stadium in Montreal, Canada. The undefeated champion, 24-year-old American Sugar Ray Leonard, was defending his WBC welterweight title for the second time. His opponent for this fight was a 29-year-old Panamanian boxer named Roberto Duran, who moved up to his weight class 2 years ago after previously fighting in a lower featherweight division, winning all his 13 fights for the world title, 12 of them by TKO. At that time, Leonard had a record of 27 wins, 18 KOs, and no losses, while Duran had 71 wins, 56 KOs, and 1 loss. Before the fight, bookmakers had a 2-to-1 preference for Leonard, but there was a slightly different opinion among boxing experts. Out of 30 experts, 13 thought Leonard would win, 1 predicted a draw, and 16 voted for Duran. Duran earned $1.5 million for the fight, while Leonard earning between $8 to $10 million, and the highest fee in boxing history at the time, even exceeding that of the heavyweight champions. The fight took place in Montreal for a reason. It was there that Leonard won his gold medal at the Olympic Games in '76. Leonard's fee was more than 30% of the money of the Canadian Committee, which paid $3.5 million for the fight to be held at the Olympic Stadium. The fight would be broadcasted on pay-per-view, and on that day, 46,000 people came to the stadium to watch the fight. The fight was co-fought by Bob Arum and Don King. Before the fight, Duran put a lot of psychological pressure on Leonard, thinking that Sugar Ray thought too much of himself and tried to provoke him. It must be said that Leonard was clearly hurt psychologically by his opponent and stated that he would box Duran pressing him. And in the first round, Leonard did fight in unusual style with less movement, standing closer to his opponent and counterattacking well. When Duran tried to pin Leonard to the ropes, Leonard skillfully counterattacked him. The first round went to Leonard. Second, Leonard continued in the same style, standing right in front of Duran, blocking his attacks and counterattacking. Sugar Ray showed everyone that he's aware of Duran's attacks and confidently leads this fight. But it turns out that Duran just adapts to his opponent and delivers a hard left punch to Leonard in the middle of the round. Sugar Ray is saved in the clinch. Duran continues to press his opponent for the rest of the round. This round was clearly run by Roberto. Leonard had never found himself in such a dangerous situation against such an aggressive opponent. And after the break in the third round came out a completely different Sugar Ray. He wasn't thinking about attacking, but primarily about defense, and Duran easily pressed him against the ropes and began throwing hard punches. Duran seemed to intimidate his opponent, and Sugar Ray didn't even throw many punches back. Duran must not be allowed to feel that he is the master of the ring, and Sugar Ray uses some good counter right uppercuts and left hooks and forces Duran to move to the center of the ring. But even in these moments, the Panamanian boxer is more accurate and tougher. Roberto wins the round again. Fourth round, before the fight, everyone expected that Leonard would force his opponent to constantly go for himself, and Leo would counterattack Roberto throughout the fight. However, in this round, it is Duran who launches several counterattacks, one of which includes a right hand heavy punch right into Leonard's head. Duran continues to press his opponent, but Sugar Ray looks more confident in this round. At the end of the round, Leonard explodes, finishing his attack with a hard left hook, and Duran wins his third straight round, losing only the first round, but the American boxer doesn't look so depressed. Sugar Ray begins the fifth round with a left hook, then the boxers exchange punches from close distance, and at the end of the round, Leonard again explodes, but much more effectively than in the previous 3-minute round. Leonard is clearly using a known strategy in this match. He throws a flashy series of punches at the end of the round, trying to tip the judges in his favor. The sixth round, Sugar Ray starts again with a left hook, then Duran presses him against the ropes, but Roberto doesn't have much success. Leonard again countering confidently and well. The last punches of the round come from Sugar Ray. In the 7th and 8th rounds, the pace slowed down a bit. Both boxers spent more time in the clinch, exchanging successful attacks. At the end of the 7th round, Duran didn't want to lose the round and didn't allow Leonard to make an impressive attack at the end of the round by exchanging punches with him. The most dangerous moment came at the end of the 8th round when Duran caught his opponent with a hard right hit. In the 9th round, Leonard threw very few punches for unknown reasons, and Duran controlled the period, although Sugar Ray tried to deliver another burst late in the round, but Duran took the challenge and his punches looked much harder than Leonard's. Overall, this round was left to Roberto. Round 10 is a close fight, but at the end of the round, there is another exchange of punches, and this time Leonard looks better, ending the round with several punches to his opponent. In the 11th round, the exchange of punches continues, and so most of the round goes. By the end of the round, the fighters look exhausted but continue the fight no matter what. In the 12th round, the fighters acted more calmly, and it was noticeable that they had used up a lot of energy in the previous round. However, from time to time, one or the other fighter exploded with an attack on his opponent, which made it difficult to assess who had won the round. And it was difficult to determine who was winning the fight. In the 13th round, Duran landed a powerful left hook to Leonard's head after hitting him with a right to the body. Leonard attempted to counter but was hit by another powerful left hook. He retreated to the corner to recover. The boxers then exchanged right hits, after which Leonard pinned his opponents to the ropes, but Duran threw him back with a series of punches. The last 30 seconds of the round was one of the most exciting moments of the fight. During the break between the 13th and 14th rounds, while sitting in his corner, Leonard was asking himself if he wanted to continue the fight. Part of him was telling him to give up as Duran had already won, but the other part convinced him to come out and finish the fight. This he confessed in an interview 33 years later. With the sound of the gong, Leonard charged at Duran and launched an effective attack. Duran responded harshly, and overall he landed more hard and impactful punches in this round, winning it once again. In the final round, Duran was confident of his victory and played with his opponent. Leonard took advantage of some of Duran's missteps, but it wasn't enough to win the fight. He was losing the fight on the judges' scorecards and needed at least one knockdown to draw the fight to retain his title. The fight was tied after 12 rounds, but it was Duran's victories in rounds 13 and 14 that decided the outcome of the fight, as Leonard fought not so much with his opponent as with himself. The outcome of the fight was a unanimous decision win for Roberto Duran. Duran had a 2-point lead on one card, and on the other two were only 1 point, and Sugar Ray Leonard takes his first loss in the professional ring. And although he will lose twice more in the end of his career, it is this loss that will be the only one during Leonardo's peak career. 33 years after the fight, Leonard would confess, "Of all my opponents, and Duran was on another level. From the very first day of preparation for the fight, I knew that I had never had a fight like this before, and I have to admit, he intimidated me. He knew exactly what to say and how to say it to get inside my head. No one had any idea how it affected me at the time, because I was hiding it."